On this episode of Ridge Roamer, we're going to dig into details on the new 2025 Indian Chieftain PowerPlus, and then compare it to the 2025 Harley Davidson Street Glide to see if Indian is on track or if they've gone off the rails. Not only did Indian make a fork-mounted fairing available on their PowerPlus chassis for 2025, but they also added a larger displacement version at 112 cubic inches, up from 108. Both engine sizes are still available, with the 108 package basically being the same as the Challenger has offered in recent years, while the 112 will come with not only a little bit more power, but also electronics upgrades including linked braking, radar-enabled blind spot monitoring, tailgate monitor, rear collision warning, and hill hold. Horsepower of the 112 is 126 compared to 122 on the 108, and torque goes from 128 up to 133 foot-pounds. With all these new features, Indian has also made some updates to their website to make it easier for you to configure your bike online, so you can see all the available configurations, then tell your local dealership exactly what you're looking for. First, we select limited chrome accessories or dark horse black accessories. Then we select 108 cubic inch engine package or the 112 cubic inch engine package. Choose the standard 100 watt 2-speaker audio package or the 400 watt 4-speaker power band audio. Then finally select your color. For this example, since budgets are a bit tight lately, I went for a basic blacked out black paint 108 with the standard 2-speaker audio package, which comes to a starting price of $28,499. A couple things I want to mention before moving on. If you compare 2024 Challenger Limited and Dark Horse prices to 2025 Challenger 108 Limited and Dark Horse prices, you'll see that Indian has lowered the price by $2,500. I say Challenger since the Chieftain PowerPlus didn't exist in 2024, but it applies to the entire platform. So they're giving you the option to either buy an equivalent bike for substantially less money than last year, or buy an upgraded bike for the same money. Kudos to Indian for helping consumers make their money go farther. And if you want to get into this PowerPlus chassis but really want to save money, both the Challenger and the Chieftain PowerPlus are available in a base model with even lower pricing of $26,499, achieved by the absence of features like highway bars, GPS, tire pressure monitors, and power locking bags, as well as only one color option of gloss black metallic. For my money though, I'd spend the extra $1,000 to get all those options on the Black Limited. Now let's look at the specs of our configured Chieftain 108 PowerPlus, as well as how that compares to an equivalent Street Glide from Harley. First, we'll hop on the HD website, check out the new 2025 Street Glide, go through a similar configuration, choosing blacked out instead of chrome, black paint, standard stereo, and no other upgrades, and we're at $29,699, $1,200 more than the Indian. You can stay with the gray base paint and save $600, bringing the price gap to only $600, but black on black is a huge seller, so we're going to stick with that. Again, the engine on the Indian is a 108 cubic inch, fully liquid cooled, overhead cam V-twin, making 122 horse and 128 torque. The Harley comes with 117 cubic inches, liquid cooled heads, pushrod V-twin, making 105 horsepower and 130 foot-pounds of torque. Indian's horsepower peaks at 5,500 RPM, while the Harley peaks at 4,750. Indian's torque peaks at 3,800 with a red line of 6,500, and the Harley reaches its max torque at only 3,500 RPM, though red line is also lower at 5,900 RPM. These numbers are exactly what you'd expect based on respective engine styles, as a pushrod V-twin is going to develop its power sooner in the rev range, as well as hit red line sooner, while an overhead cam liquid-cooled V-twin will rev higher, but also make you work a little harder to reach maximum power output. Both bikes have 6-speed transmissions, both have ABS and traction control, both are equipped with tire pressure monitors, GPS, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, full LED lighting, easily adjustable rear suspension preload, 3 ride modes, rear cylinder deactivation, 6-gallon fuel tanks, and an almost identical 2.4 plus cubic feet of storage. Harley has chosen to go with a very modern 12-inch full touchscreen dash, while Indian retains analog speedometer intact with a 7-inch touchscreen between them. The Harley is still equipped with manual key locks for the saddlebags, while the Indian bags are power locks using the keyless fob or dash-mounted buttons, as well as a key backup. Indian's been using their power adjustable windshield system since 2014, and Harley still chooses to stay with a fixed windscreen. However, the larger radiator and these extra convenience features on the Indian do result in more weight, bringing the Indian to 842 pounds in running order, while the Harley is just 811 pounds. Seat height is almost identical, with 26.5 inch on the Indian versus 26.4 inch laden on the Harley. Indian's using an inverted front fork with 5.1 inches of travel and dual disc Brembo brakes, while Harley is using a conventional fork with 4.5 inches of travel and Harley branded dual disc brakes, which, if I'm not mistaken, are still made by Brembo. Harley offers 3 inches of rear suspension travel with its dual Showa shocks, while the Indian is 4.5 inches of travel with a single Fox Racing monoshock in the rear. Both brands have additional upgraded paint options for additional cost. Indian has 7 color options for the Chieftain PowerPlus, but 3 are exclusive to the Limited and 4 exclusive to the Dark Horse. Harley offers 11 colors, with some available on either black or chrome, but 4 exclusive to black and 2 exclusive to chrome. The Harley does come with standard linked brakes and hill hold, which requires an upgrade to the 112 package to get on the Indian. The Indian remains easier to maintain with a single sump oil system and gear-driven primary, while Harley retains separate oil cavities for engine, transmission, and their chain-driven primary. Both brands use belts for final drive. Warranty is also the same at 2 years, unlimited mileage. Both bikes are awesome, but the Indian does offer 50% more rear suspension travel, 16% more horsepower, and more game-changing convenience features like the power windshield and power locks, all at a lower price. While Harley does offer a few advantages over the Indian, it seems to me that the overall package Indian has available is a superior value. With competition this hot pushing both brands to advance their product offerings, the real winner is us, the consumers. Thanks for joining me today. Hit that like button if you found this information helpful. Subscribe if you want to be notified of similar videos in the future. Ride safe and roam more.